Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're watching from and the time of the day where you are. Thank God for another beautiful day. I mean, we can't stop thanking God for a beautiful day. It's because we are alive that we can see today. So we thank God for the gift of life. It's me again, Gilbert Uteh, coming your way this beautiful day on Knocks to Nuggets. It's been a beautiful season so far, and we have talked about so many things, parenting in particular. But last week, we started a series in celebration of our 30th wedding anniversary. And so I still have my guest in the house. But before I bring him on, a big shout out to everybody joining me live. Thank you so much to every single person that's joining me live this morning. Thank you so much. I do appreciate your share of your time. And for those that will watch thereafter, I say a big thank you to you too. And like I will always say, please like the video, share it, pass your comments. Let somebody out there know about Knocks to Nuggets. And in case you're watching on any other channel, can you hop up to my YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel of Knocks to Nuggets? Wondering how to find it? K2N TV or Knocks to Nuggets TV. Either way, you get to us. And please subscribe, like, share, and turn on the notification button so every time we come on live, you will get to know. And so today, again in the studio with me is my dear husband of 30 years. Now it's 30 years and a few days. Hallelujah. I'm excited. And it's been a friend of over 40, 45 years, really. I think we knew ourselves over 10 years before we got married, I think. I have to do the maths now to check it right. Yes, over about 10 years before we got married, yes, we knew ourselves. And it was with me last week talking about the essential conversations for couples. What makes marriage succeed? Is love enough? And last week, it defined love in a way I never heard it before. He said it's a decisive focus of one's will, which directs one's thoughts, words, actions towards the well-being of another individual. And I'm like, wow, that is full. A decisive focus. So it's not something you just don't fall in and fall out of love. It's a decisive focus of your will. And then he said again that love is an unconditional commitment to an imperfect person. An unconditional commitment. So you know this person is imperfect, but you still choose to commit to that person. And he went further to talk about 3 C's because they said love is not enough. What else do you need? So 3 C's: commitment, compatibility, and consistency. And the conversation was so beautiful last week. We actually went on over 30 minutes and is back with me today. So please receive with me to the Knox Nugget platform again. My darling husband, friend, everything. The wind, truly the wind beneath my wings. And an incredible support. That Knox Nugget is alive today. It's courtesy him. So celebrate with me today, Gilbert Uteh. Hey, good to have you back in the house.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, viewers.
Wow, I'm so excited to have you in the house, honestly. I almost called you your middle name, but I didn't want to publicize that one. Let's keep it in the house. And that shows the level of excitement I have. Thank you so much for adding value to me as a person and to everything that I actually do. I mean, your footprints are all over anything that you find your Uteh doing. Look closely, you find a Gilbert Uteh footprint somewhere there. Thank you for your incredible support. I truly do appreciate it. And 30 years with you, 30 amazing years. Thank you so much. So let's get it running because time again is fast, is running. Last week, we talked about the 3 keys. We talked about commitment, compatibility, and consistency. We also talked about the place of in-laws and how you were able to define the roles so that everybody just knew where their boundaries were and how you refused any form of pressure on your wife at the early years of marriage. But apart from those 3 C's, what are the other keys to successful marriage, nuggets that you want to share with us today? Over to you, GY.
Okay. All right. I did say that love is never enough. That
True.
into the mix, you also need a lot of sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where commitment, and consistency comes in. And if you see marriage as a garden, okay,
Mm.
when
Yeah.
God created the world, He created a garden and put man into the garden to tend to the garden. The
Yeah.
same way, marriage is like a garden.
Mm.
Marriage should be tended, should be nurtured, should be pruned, um, watered, weed it from time to time, and fertilize it.
Mm.
Otherwise, it will become a bush. From a bush, it will become a forest, and it can be controlled again. But if you nurture it, if you prune it, if you are constantly weeding it, all these are processes of growth within that marriage. Because, like every other thing in life, marriage also grows from one stage to the other. You will eventually leave the butterfly, lovey-dovey early stage of it and mature into uh, 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 into stronger feelings and emotions.
Mm.
Okay, now that is where you need to continuously weed, continuously fertilize it, and all that. Okay,
Mm.
in doing that, you need to know that marriage is like I said, it's like a garden, and so you need to take care of it. If you're not ready to do the work, then you're not ready for marriage. Let me
Mm.
stop this.
If you are not ready to do the work, you are not ready for marriage. So marriage is work, and that is without controversy.
Mhm.
Let me ask you this. In the 30 years of marriage, what has been your biggest challenge? I'm actually interested in hearing your answer to this. Your biggest challenge so far, and how are you able to handle it?
Um, that's a difficult one. We've had our share of people. There's this statement now that people make: life happens,
Mm.
and
True.
everybody will go through it. You can't pray yourself out of it. So
Mm.
there are a few times when life happens to us, and one of them, I think, yeah, I remember in 1998.
Okay.
I think we were just about 3 years in marriage then, and that blessed morning I went off to work, and after about an hour or 2 hours thereabouts, I got a call. These were not the days of GSM then, so everything is landline. But eventually, I got a call, and the person at the other end was screaming, "I must come, and I must come, I must come. My wife has had an accident,
Oh
and it is
yeah, I remember.
critical." Da, 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 da. I'm like, what are you talking about? I left our home. So what kind of accident? Is a vehicle accident? A vehicle ran into her. Da, 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 da. I lost everything. I just went to my supervisor, told her I need to go. I don't have the details, but I will let you know when I do. And I left the to the hospital. The hospital there was Igbobi
Mm.
Orthopedic Hospital. And I got there that day and I met a doctor examining her, taking care of her. And the doctor said to me, "Oh, Mr. Uteh, not to worry. Um, she had a bit of injury, but she should be fine. If not that the injuries are on one side, I'm sure we will let her go. But let me be done." But somehow, unknown to everybody, the injuries are far, 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 far bigger than that.
Mm.
Every bone in her body was broken. She had a blood concussion at the back of her head, every manner of complication. She was having internal bleeding. So, but thankfully, we had a second opinion right that same day, a few hours after, that revealed all the various complications that we're dealing with. And I was told, the doctor said to me, "Your wife will be in the hospital for the next minimum 1 year, maximum
Mm.
1.5 years." It was as if my whole world crumbled.
Mm.
Hospital for 1 year, minimum. And funny enough, Then I was working in oil and gas, so I was to go offshore. A few days from that incident, I couldn't even think of work at this time. That was one challenge that rocked me to my bones.
Mm.
The course of going back and forth, looking for the best way, the doctors were like, okay, all the bones will be able to heal over time and all that, but we have a challenge. The concussion at the back of our head, even if we do a brain surgery, the chances are 50-50. Even if you fly abroad, it's still the same thing. There are no guarantees. We are just a young couple of 3 years old, for heaven's sake. What? So the Bible says, when they come to the rock that is higher than us, we call unto the Lord. So we started praying and trusting God and all that. It took 3 serious months of waiting on God, believing God, trusting God, praying for the doctors, praying for the medications to go right. But it was some serious pressure point in my life.
Hmm.
Yes, I remember that one. Thank you.
Wow. 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 I remember now. Maybe when you said 1998, I was still like 1998. Okay. Yeah, I remember that accident. And one of the things that took us through again was the support we had from people that rallied around us, stood by us, were not concerned about any other thing, but this couple must just be fine. And that talks to me about the circle of people around you.
Yeah.
And for everyone listening, my question is, who is in your circle? Who is in your corner? I think people that will talk down and all you get to do together is gossip, or people that will strengthen you, hold up your hand and tell you, we stand by you. That was a time of serious standing by, and we thank God for people. But let me give myself a credit at that point. You went back offshore. I remember that when I came to consciousness, which was after about 24 hours thereabout, and I stabilized. And I said to you, you can go. Everybody was like, go where? How can he go? And I said, well, if he's here, he's not the doctor, he's not God. So let him go. And you are like, well, if my wife says I should go, I will go. But are you sure? And thank God for a wonderful couple who actually donated their telephone and said, we'll bring our phone to her bedside every Friday to Sunday. Call
Table
her
phone.
24/7. And they
Table
gave us
phone.
their multi-links landline. So my hospital bed then became a 5-star hotel where I had a phone to myself, and you would call over the weekend. Thank you so much to that couple, Deacon and Deaconess Adetola. I'm happy you are still alive to hear this one. Thank you for being our strength. And a lot of people are with us, our family, our pastors, our friends. They stood by us throughout that period. So when you have a critical challenge, who you have in your corner matters. Now, still on that, let me still take you on this thing about having people around you. When we were growing up, one of the things I learned from my parents is whatever happens in the family stays in the family. Don't share your challenges with anybody. They don't allow a third party into your home. It was, they sang it so much that it was a part of us in our generation. But today, I'm hearing differently. We have marriage therapists. I'm hearing you can share with the marriage therapist, a marriage coach, a marriage counselor. What's your take on all of this?
Yeah. Times do change, people change, methods change, but the principles are the same thing. Okay? The goal is to make your marriage work. So if the two of you cannot come to an agreement where you can definitely say we are committed to making it work and it's within our power to make it work, then you need to get help. Now, where you get the help is now where the issue is. The help must be a professional, competent help. You don't just take your matters to every Dick, Tom, and Harry. It must be somebody who is professionally trained or who has um, the wisdom to guide you through what you are currently going through. So I do subscribe for you to go for help. Whatever the challenge is, there's always a help adequate for it. Now, a proviso, it is not for everybody that you take your matter to. It must be somebody who is competent to deal with it and restore the two of you to the place where you can be focused and pursue your goal.
So I'll add to that to say, as much as possible, don't go to family. As
Because
much
family will be biased.
Yes, family will be biased. It's my daughter. What did you do to my daughter? What have you done to my son, my brother, my sister, my uncle, mine? And whether you like it or not, this treasure is an earthen vessel. Even the best of us, the flesh is still there. And so it will speak at some point. So as much as possible, please don't go to family. Today you have trained marriage counselors out there that you can speak with, that can listen to you without bias and help you through it. So please, as much as possible, he said it so well. Where you get help matters, but it is okay to get help. Don't try to be the macho. I can do it all by myself, and everything is falling apart. Clearly, it's beyond you. Don't no. There's no point to prove. Get help when you need help. Now, I want to move you a bit. Time is fast spent, but I also want the singles to benefit from your wealth of experience, because I know you have been a marriage coach for over two decades. I know you've been coaching intending couples for well over 20 years. I remember that so well. Now, with your time with singles, as you prepare to get married, what to you has been the most obvious pitfall for intending couples that they never see?
Pitfalls in marriage. That's a subtitle of one of my topics when I'm teaching. The first thing is misalignment of vision. Misalignment of vision. A young couple came to class one day and said, the young lady called me one day and said, "Excuse me, sir, I want to get married, sir. I found the man, and da 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 da. Congratulations, that's nice. So how did you meet?" So we met online. I said, "Online? How? Is it a dating app or what?" He said, "No, we just met online." "Okay, when did you meet online?" He said, 6 months ago. Was it 6 months ago or 3 months ago? And they were already planning to get married in a few months from that time she was talking with me. And I started asking her questions. How much do you know about this guy? How much do you know of yourselves and all that and all that? And I could tell that they were heading for trouble. They were heading for trouble. And I had to call the two of them to counsel them. You could tell that their vision is not aligned in any way. Their belief system is totally off course. And so they had no meeting point apart from the love that is intoxicating them at that point in time.
It's shocking them.
It's shocking them. Their financial management goals are totally different. The goals that they are pursuing are totally different. In fact, they are like two people on two different parallel tracks going nowhere.
But love is shocking them.
Love is involved. Okay? Anyway, another thing is when young people meet, usually they find out that apart from the love, and when the love is wearing off, they realize that they are from two different backgrounds. And they need to do a whole lot of work to align their belief system. Their emotional background is different. Their environmental background is different. Every other thing is different. And they need to do a lot of work to align this. They don't have the patience to do all that. They don't have the patience to build. So when the euphoria of the love expires, reality.com sets in and they begin to have all kinds of challenge. Now it becomes, is my right? Is my money? Is my this? Is my that? Suddenly, I comes in. We, the team, is dead. They no longer see themselves as a team. They see themselves as individuals running individual visions. And that's where trouble starts from. So I'll
Hmm.
stop there for
Wow. Misalignment, lack of patience, people building different castles in the air. And it's so true. But when love
different
is
belief
shacking
system.
them, different belief system. Thank you. When love is shacking them, they hardly hear. We're telling them slow down, get to know each other. It's like, you know what? If we don't marry now, devil must die. We have to get married and all of that. But thank God for those who have listened, for those who have calmed down, who have taken correction, who have realigned themselves. But then still some never get to, and then they get married and then the trouble starts. At this point, some tell you the easiest way is divorce, just go your separate ways. Some say no, stick with it. Somehow you will work it out. What's your take?
My take is simple. When abuse become imminent, when obviously there's a vision misalignment, and the two of them are not saying the same thing again, there's need for separation.
Hmm.
The Bible does not say that divorce will take anybody to heaven. But when you are going through pressure, abuse, and all that in marriage, it can lead to death. And nobody wants that. So after they've exhausted all professional therapy and advice, and still nothing seems to be working, let them separate and go their different ways. That is my
Hmm.
position.
Exhaust all opportunities to amend it where it's
Professional,
not working.
yes.
Where it's not working, you can go your separate ways. Marriage does not carry anybody to heaven, unfortunately. But the truth is this: the red flags are always there before you marry. Save yourself the heartache, save yourself the stress. Don't go through it and then suddenly for how to exit. When you
Let
see
me
the red
let me let
flags,
me let me cut here. Forgive
yeah,
me.
go ahead,
One
go
of the
ahead.
things I ask young couples when they come to me is, who is superior, the man or the woman? Who should make the money, the man and the woman? Who should show respect and submission, the man or the woman? Who should who should take responsibility of roles in the family, the man or the woman? And I throw all these questions, at them. At that point, I'm trying to weigh their belief system, because believe it or not, all of us come from a cultural belief system
Yeah.
which influences all our decision and everything. So by the time I go through all that, I can situate them properly and know how to guide them. So
Mm.
usually, a lot of young people don't get the right counsel before they go into, and unfortunately, by the time they are in love and you are not they are planning to get married, and you are not trying to coach them, it's usually too late, because
Please.
at that point in time they're so in love, they're not seeing any other thing but just to get married.
You touch something, and I'm going to pick it up from there. The issue of insecurity. A lot of times, when the woman is a high flyer, the men become insecure. Some men become insecure. And I remember last week you were talking about it, and you were saying that at the early time of marriage, I earned more than you, which is true. How did you cope? Even though you overtook me so quickly, and I mean, but at that early stage when it was like my salary was, I was the big box earner, and you were not. How did you handle it? And what was your motivating force at that time?
For me, it was simple. Marriage is not a competition for me. So if it's not a competition for me, is it material who is making all the money, or the
Mm,
bulk of the money rather? Is our money.
mm.
Even till tomorrow, my wife will say, "Your money is my money. My money is my money." But it's but as far as I'm concerned, I can tell that she spends more of her money in the upkeep of the house more than what she takes from me. So That tells me that she's a responsible human being. And there is no superiority in marriage. Now, another thing I want to draw out is this. When it comes to financial management in marriage, it is not his responsibility, sole responsibility of the man. Supposing the woman is a better financial manager than the man, she's better off to take the financial management of the marriage. Otherwise, if the man takes up the responsibility because he feels I'm the man, the whole ship will capsize. So it's about responsible role playing.
Mm.
It is not about I. It's about we are a team. We are all working together to make this, take this ship to its destination. So for me, it doesn't matter. If you are a better manager than me, manage it. If I'm the one who is better at this department, I'll take responsibility for it. And please, everybody needs help at one time or the other. If your spouse needs help, fill in the gap. It's not a competition. Fill in the gap. And you don't need to go and announce, I'm the one taking care of my wife. I'm the one taking care of the. Nobody is interested in all that. Just do your role. Just play your role. And everybody is happy. But you pay, because you are the one that pays school fees. You go to social media. I just paid the school fees now. The man does not have money to give to me now. Who is interested in all that? It's a teamwork.
Who is interested in all of those details? It is a teamwork. Again, time is fast spent. Talking to you is always a delight. Very interesting. I wish you were actually in the same space. I could box you at some point in the conversation and have all the banters. But you have added so much value to everyone. Thank you so much, Gilbert. Now, I'll bring you back some other time, but I'll leave you off next week. But for the now, your final words to couples.
Every successful marriage must have a robust communication line between the two parties. Every successful marriage must have a robust trust tank. Every successful marriage must have quality time that they spend with each other. Every robust marriage must have a robust romantic time together. They need to be obsessed with each other. It doesn't mean they don't have their individual spaces once in a while, but it must be mutual. They must be mutual. And like I tell people, when I'm teaching young people, when you know how to say I am sorry to your spouse, genuine sorry, there's no challenge you cannot overcome. When we were cutting back in the day, my wife came up, I don't know how she got that, but she came up with one statement that worked for us over the years. Sometime I may fail you, sometime you may fail me, but let the love that we have for each other see us through. That is the foundation that every relationship must be built on. With God, you will succeed.
Amen. With God, you will succeed. You reminded me of that. It's actually a song. I honestly can't remember now who sang it. I can't remember the title, but I just still remember that phrase. At times, I'll fail you, and I know you fail me too. But the love that Jesus gives to us will see us right on through. And the love that Jesus gave us has seen us through. Thank you so much, Gilbert, for being on this call. I really do appreciate it. I don't take it for granted at all, in spite of your schedule. Thank you so much. And do have a wonderful, wonderful day. And congratulations again to us on our 30th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations too.
God bless you. Wow, 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 wow. That was so much to chew on. So much to chew on. Thank you so much, Gilbert, for being on the call. Thank you for adding so much value to what I'm doing. And thank you for being a support over the last 30 years as a couple and over 40 years as friends. Thank you so much. And in all the 40 something years, you have still remained my best friend. I can't seem to find somebody else who can tolerate me the way you do. You're still the one person I can tell just the way it is without feeling afraid of being quoted tomorrow. Thank you so much for all you bring to the table. Thank you for being the dad you are to our daughter. I mean, I look at both of them and I admire it. I'm like, oh God, where's my daddy? You know, and thank you for all you do. I don't take it for granted at all. And to everyone out there who is planning to marry, please, when you see the red flags, don't wish them away. Don't think he will change after marriage. It doesn't happen. Is he perfect? No. Am I perfect? Absolutely no. But remember, his definition of love, it's commitment to an imperfect person, unconditional commitment to an imperfect person. So whatever you cannot live with in that person in courtship, don't think you will live with it thereafter. It doesn't work. What you cannot stick during courtship, so don't worry. By the time you get married, you will stop doing it. Then we can flow. Hey, you will see more things. It will be worse. So what you cannot deal with, face it. Be real to thyself. Be true. Be real with yourself. Marriage, yes, it's not do or die, but it's beautiful when you can do it till you die. We have enjoyed 30 years and we're looking forward to the next 30 years. God has been good. Like I said to you, we've had our challenges. We have had the ups and the down moments. But through it all, God has been faithful. He has kept us together. And I know He will always keep you together as well if you commit it to His hands. So we are drawing the curtain on the 30th anniversary edition. We have had 2 Mondays on it, and we're drawing the curtain today. Next week, Monday, I'm not sure. Mondays are beginning to get very difficult to cope with, but we'll do our best. If you hop up to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification button, you will know when I'm on. You don't want to miss our next edition. But until I come your way the next time and season, remember this. Whatever you commit to will work if you truly commit to it. And that's it. Whether it's marriage, whether it's business, whether it's career, whether it's even just friendship, relationships, whatever you commit to will work. It is to be committed, to be consistent, to be unconditionally focused to succeed. And you will succeed. Whatever you lay your hands upon to do will succeed. So thank you so much for being with me on this edition. To everyone that has been with me live, thank you so much. Like I always say, please like the channel, like the edition, share it with somebody. Let me have your feedbacks. Pop up to my YouTube channel, subscribe to that channel, and click the notification button so whenever I come on live, you will be the first to know. Until I come your way, another edition of Knocks to Nuggets. Never forget it. If you can think it, you can be it. And yes, you can have it. And as always, together we win. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now.